Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Stream Commerce. So today I'll be teaching marginal costing. What is marginal costing? Marginal costing is the ascertainment by differentiating between fixed and variable cost and of the effect on profit of changes in the volume and type of output. It is a system in which variable costs are charged to cost units and fixed costs of the period are written off in full against the aggregate contribution. So, marginal costing includes all the cost that varies with the level of production. For example, if a company needs to build a new factory in order to produce more goods, the cost of building the factory is the marginal cost. So the amount of marginal cost varies according to the volume of goods being produced. Characteristics or features of marginal costing. First, all elements of cost are classified into fixed and variable components. Semi-variable costs are also analyzed into fixed and variable elements. Second, the marginal or variable cost, that is direct material, direct labor and variable factory overheads, are treated as the cost of product. Third, under marginal costing, the value of finished goods and work in progress is also made up of marginal cost. Variable selling and distribution are excluded from valuing these inventories. Fixed costs are not considered for valuation of closing stock of finished goods and closing WIP, that is work in progress. Fourth, fixed costs are treated as period cost and are charged to profit and loss account for the period for which they are included. Fifth, prices are determined with reference to marginal cost and contribution margin. Here are some advantages of marginal costing. First, pricing. Pricing decisions based on marginal cost are simple. As fixed costs are excluded, if fixed cost is included for pricing, the unit cost will change from day to day depending upon the volume of output. This will make pricing decisions difficult. So the difference between fixed cost and variable cost is very helpful in determining the selling price of the products. At times, different prices are charged for the same article in different markets to meet varying degrees of completion. Second, overhead recovery. Fixed overheads are recovered in absorption costing on the basis of predetermined rates. If fixed overheads are included on the basis of predetermined rates, there will be under recovery of overheads if production is less or if overheads are more. Marginal costing avoids such under or over recovery of fixed overheads. So it reduces the degree of over or under recovery of overheads due to the separation of fixed overheads from production cost. Third, operations. Marginal costing system is simple to operate than absorption costing because it does not involve the problems of overhead apportionment and recovery. So hence it enables the management to start a new line of production, which is advantageous. Fourth, realistic profit. Under the marginal costing technique, marginal costs are treated as product cost and fixed costs are treated as period cost. Hence, the stock of finished goods and work in progress are carried at marginal cost and the fixed expenses are written off to profit and loss account. So, with the help of realistic profit, it is helpful in determining whether it is profitable to buy or manufacture a product. Fifth, performance evaluation. When a business concern consists of several units and produces several products, an evaluation of performance of such components can be made with the help of marginal costing. So the management executives prepare statements and graph under marginal costing for better evaluation of performance. Here are some disadvantages of marginal costing. First, difficulty in classifying fixed and variable elements. The separation of cost into fixed and variable presents technical difficulties, and no variable cost is completely variable, nor is a fixed cost completely fixed. So hence it results into problem due to separation of cost between fixed and variable. In marginal costing, semi-variable or semi-fixed costs are not considered. Second, stock undervalued. Under the marginal cost system, stock of finished goods and work in progress are understated. After all, fixed costs are incurred in order to manufacture products, and as such these should form a part of the cost of the products. So no portion of fixed cost is added to the value of stocks. Third, profit and assets. The exclusion of fixed overhead from the inventories affect the profit and loss account and produces an unrealistic and conservative balance sheet unless adjustments are made in the financial accounts at the end of the period. Hence, the profit determined under this method is always depressed. Fourth, incomplete information. Marginal costing does not give full information. For example, increased production and sales may be due to extensive use of existing equipments, or by an expansion of the resources, or by the replacement of labor force by machines. So basically, marginal costing does not explain the reason for increase in production or sales. Fifth, dependence on key factors. Contribution of a product itself is not a guide for optimum profitability unless it is linked with the key factors. Thus, marginal costing, if applied alone, will not be much use unless it is combined with other techniques like standard costing and budgetary control.